Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video for a number of reasons. One, we're gonna be doing a full face of Chantecaille. As you guys know, I love Chantecaille, one of my all-time favorite brands. And another reason I'm excited for today's video is I'm working with Chantecaille. I am so excited to be working with them again. So a big thank you to them. I'm so honored, and I'm so excited. And another reason I'm excited for today's video is we're gonna be doing one of my favorite looks, which is just a really subtle, natural, glowy, summertime look, which I think Chantecaille really excels at. So I do wanna mention, in terms of skin prep, I did use the Chantecaille Bio-Lifting Serum today. This is such an incredible serum. It contains a peptide complex in there that really helps like firm and plump up your skin. It also lifts your skin. Well, it's all in the name, right? Bio-Lifting Serum. The lift you can see almost immediately. So I really love using this as part of my daytime skincare routine because you can see that lift. It's just such a great way to start the day, and it's great makeup prep. And I especially wanted to use that serum this morning because I'm definitely going to be using the new Chantecaille Bio-Lifting Concealer. You guys know how much I love this concealer. It is absolutely flawless under the eyes. It is absolutely incredible. We'll get a little bit more into that when I get to that step. So let's start with foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Future Skin Gel Foundation. So the Bio-Lifting Concealer was designed to pair effortlessly with this foundation. So I'm gonna start here. I have the shade Alabaster. Here is the Alabaster shade. Let me just do a quick little swatch. Hopefully you can get a sense of the texture, but the texture is very pudding-like. So I'm gonna use the Blend and Smooth brush from Chantecaille. This is a great angled brush with the round ferrule synthetic hairs. All their brushes are synthetic. And I'm just gonna pick up some of that foundation that I put on the back of my hand. This is such a beautiful, natural finish. I personally have very, very dry skin. It works for me. Okay, now the coverage is buildable if you want a little bit more. I put down just a light layer. I get like a light medium coverage. That's sort of more my speed, so I'm gonna stop there and we're gonna move on to the concealer. So I've also got Alabaster in the concealer. And so the way Chantecaille designed their shades is if you are Alabaster in the Future Skin Gel Foundation, you would be Alabaster in the concealer, but the concealer is just a touch lighter than the foundation. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that through the camera, but it's a little bit lighter than the foundation because they wanted this concealer to be brightening as well. The shade difference is very, very subtle, and I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe a few lines under there. I'm just gonna do it under one eye so you can see the difference. And I'm gonna use their Blend and Conceal brush, which is new, but it's such a great brush. Again, synthetic haired. It's got a pinch ferrule, so it is a little bit flatter than it is round, but it's got this angled tip. So you've got that great kind of like fingertip shape to it. So this concealer is peptide infused. So it truly is like skincare and makeup all in one. And it's got this blurred light diffusing finish, which is so evident once you apply it, once you blend it in. Your under eye will look completely blurred, will look completely filtered. It is fantastic. And there is a deep puffing extract in there, which is music to my ears. I do suffer from puffiness, usually when I wake up in the mornings, also during allergy season, which I'm going through right now. And that extract is Gentiana lutea. It's a Gentiana lutea extract, and that helps with depuffing. And there's a different extract in there, which will also help with dark circles, and that's the Persian silk tree extract. I have a lot of discoloration on my eyelids, so I like to put concealer on my eyelids as well. So this concealer has been clinically tested to immediately reduce the look of wrinkle depth by up to 41%, and then around 59% after 8 weeks of use. So that powerful peptide complex that you find in the Bio-Lifting skincare line is now in this concealer. Amazing. So here it is around this eye. I don't have anything around this eye. You can definitely, I think, see the brightening. Immediately, I just look more awake, but look at how blurred my eye area looks. I love that. It looks completely filtered. My fine lines are absolutely diminished. I see a lot of smoothing here. Really incredible. Really, really incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply to this eye. And if you're looking for higher coverage, you can just swipe the concealer all the way around your eye. I like to use like dots or little swipes, mainly because I'm going for really natural summertime, glowy kind of look. If I want something, a little bit more glam, I would probably use a bit more of this concealer, but that's not what I'm going for at the moment. So yeah, I just like using little dots, little stripes around my eye. All right, so there is the Future Skin Gel Foundation down. along with the Biolifting Concealer, both in Alabaster. We're off to an amazing start. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Sheer Glow Bronze Face Tint. This is such a beautiful lightweight bronzer. Here's the Sheer Glow Bronze. And this has such a cool texture also. It's creamy, but it's really lightweight all at the same time. So I'm gonna take the Chantecaille Sculpt brush. This brush is actually fairly similar to the Blend and Smooth, but the Blend and Smooth has a round ferrule and this Sculpt brush is more of an oval. So you're gonna get a wider brush versus thick. So I'm gonna pick up some of that Sheer Glow tint and I'm gonna pat where I'm looking to add a little bit of bronze there, so I'm gonna add underneath my cheekbones, maybe run it up onto my cheeks a little bit. I love these Sheer Glow tints from Chantecaille. So they have this bronze, they have gold, which I love to use as primer, and then they have this rose. You can use on their own, or you can add into foundation. You know, if you want to add this bronzer into your foundation, maybe you've gotten a little color over the summer, you need a deeper foundation shade, you can add this bronzer into it. If you want just like a little bit of glow, you can add the gold. If you want a little bit of brightness, you can add the rose. These Sheer Glow tints are so versatile and they work so well with the Chantecaille foundations. Yes, that summer glow is starting to come through. God, isn't that beautiful? I love it. And you can just keep building up. If you want a little bit more, if you're someone that loves a deep bronze in the summertime, I totally get it. You can just kind of keep going, keep tapping and adding a little bit. It's very buildable. Absolutely gorgeous tone. Warm, but not orangey at all. So that is the Sheer Glow Bronze Face Tint. Let's move on to blush. So we're gonna use their Cheek Gelée, which is one of my favorite cream blushes. We're gonna use the shade Euphoric. So Euphoric is one of the newer shades that they came out with, and it is this gorgeous, vibrant pinky peach. There it is right out of the tube. Let me blend that out a little. Isn't that perfect? Kind of right in between peach and watermelon. Oh, it's so stunning. And you see that gorgeous sheen? Oh my God, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Now for the cheek gelées, I would say you could use the Blend and Smooth brush if you want. That's the one that I use to apply the foundation. They do also have a cheek brush, which is perfect for powder blushes, for sure, if you want to use this with any of the Chantecaille powder brushes. But this one is also really nice with this Cheek Gelée because it'll give you a really nice sort of light, airy application. So I'm going to try this one today. And I'm just going to pick up some from the back of my hand here. And I'm just going to kind of sweep and pat that on. Right, really light, really kind of airy application. I'm gonna add a little bit more and you can see that I can build up the intensity very easily. So the sheen of these blushes is absolutely gorgeous. It has a little bit of like the most subtle kind of metallic sheen to these. So it just gives your cheeks this luminosity. Oh my God, it's such a like lit from within sort of blush. Absolutely gorgeous. And when I use these cheek gelées, I don't necessarily feel like I need a highlight, you know, because you get such luminosity there. And then between the brightening of the concealer with that blush, this whole area just looks completely lit up. Okay, now that I'm done with all of my cream or liquid products, I'm gonna go in with their loose powder. And their loose powder is talc free and it leaves the softest finish to your skin. I'm gonna go ahead and use their kabuki brush. Isn't this amazing? I love this kabuki brush. It's so good. So I'm gonna go in and just pick up a little bit of the powder. Again, I wanna leave my skin glowy, but I do need to set these products down. Okay, I'm just getting a good layer of that powder down by pouncing, and now I'm gonna buff out. Okay, I'm gonna use my Chantecaille Waterproof Brow Definer in Light Taupe and just fill in. It's one of those like chisel tip eyebrow pencils, and then there's a spoolie at the other end. And it's waterproof, which again, absolutely perfect for the summertime. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the luminescent eye shades. So we're gonna be using Cheetah and Elephant today. Cheetah is this gorgeous champagne color. Isn't that beautiful? And then Elephant is this shimmery taupe gray. So there are the two shades swatched. So there's Cheetah and then there's Elephant. Oof, the perfect combo for really chic, sophisticated eye look. Okay, so I've got two eye brushes here from Chantecaille. I've got the Shade and Sweep brush. So this is like a flat shader brush. And then I have the Eye Basic brush from Chantecaille. This I really love too because it is oval and then it's got that angle. So it's almost like an even minier version of their Blend and Smooth brush, and even smaller than their Blend and Contour, which I used with the concealer. So I'm gonna start with the Eye Basic brush, and I'm gonna go into Cheetah. So I'm just gonna sweep that, the inner portion of my lid. Isn't that beautiful? It looks so glossy. Isn't that stunning? And then I'm gonna take the Shade and Sweep brush and go into Elephant. Now this one is more shimmery than the Cheetah. And what I like to do is actually spray some of their pure rose water onto the brush. Just a couple of spritzes there. And it helps intensify the shadow. But if you're ever worried about getting fallout or anything like that, the moisture will definitely help. Look at how gorgeous. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. They're so beautiful. So I'm just blending it in over the Cheetah. And then I'm gonna build it up along my lash line here. Is that not stunning? I feel like this is the perfect daytime, go into evening. It's the perfect everyday shadow. I just think it looks so sophisticated. It's so gorgeous. These two shades together are just perfection, absolute perfection. Okay, I'm just gonna take whatever I have left over on the brush and just graze it along my lower lash line. Okay, just curl my lashes. Now I'm gonna go in with the Faux Cils mascara, and this is in black. Another one of my favorite products from Chantecaille. Their mascara, it's so good. It's just the Goldilocks of mascara. It does some volumizing, it does some lengthening, it does some separating. It's not too wet of a formula, it's not too dry of a formula. And in true Chantecaille form, it's like your lashes, but better. All right, now for lips, I'm gonna start with their lip definer in Natural. This is their lip liner. Let me do a swatch of this. Such a great shade. I think this will work for shades that are a little bit pink or a little bit peach because it's kind of right in between, and I think it could lean either way. Okay, so there is Natural. And then I'm gonna go in with one of their lip creams. Now you guys know I love the color Bamboo. Let me actually show you Bamboo. Here's Bamboo, which is such a beautiful nude color, but I do like something a little bit brighter, a little bit pinkier maybe for the spring, summertime. So I'm gonna go in with Plum Blossom. Look at this beautiful pink, and a perfect match with that Natural lip liner. So these lip creams are very highly pigmented and incredibly, incredibly creamy. You really cannot beat Chantecaille lip products. I'm telling you, they are the absolute best. These lip cremes, their lip cheeks, their lip veils, they're all so impeccably formulated. These lip creams not only start out creamy and feel comfortable, but they stay that way all day, which is absolutely incredible. So that is Plum Blossom. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna finish this look with a little bit of this pure rose water. This is what I sprayed onto the Elephant eyeshadow. I'm just gonna do a little spritz. Oh, it smells so good. All right, guys, so there's my soft glam summertime look. I hope you enjoyed this video. A big thank you to Chantecaille for working with me on this video. Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.